of zombies. I don't know what they were carrying, but it looks valuable. My journey begins in the town of Deadman's Flats, where I spawned inside this small triangular wooden building. Upon spawning, I found myself a pistol inside this yellow container here, which was good because my main goal today was to try and get player kills. There was about 5 other players on the server, so I would need to move quickly before any of them logged off. I made my way up the road with no real idea of where I was heading, and then I saw this hotel and decided to go and loot it, and that's when I realized I wasn't the only one in this area. I reckon this hotel will have some guns in it. Whoa, is that a player? What the fuck? Ow! Oh. Oh, I got him. Upon laying waste to the unknown player, I moved in with the quickness to scavenge his loot. Oi! I found myself a DMR, the designated marksman rifle, followed by an SVD. That's dope. So while moving around and checking out my new guns and playing with the scopes, for a second I thought I noticed a player. That's a player, I think. And then he just vanished. Hey. But I was sure that I had seen a player, and I suspected Desync to be involved, so I continued to investigate. And upon further investigation, found out there was another player. There he is. So I moved in to take him out. I lost eyes on him at the fence, so I thought maybe he's across the road looting where there's a lot less zombies, so I decided to have a look. I reckon he's across the road. Ah, there you are, little man. I moved in with aggression to take him out. I'm out of bullets already. One clean SVD shot on his upper shoulder. He was wounded. I had to capitalize on this. I acted like I was going for cover and pulled straight back out with an aggressive push. I had used my whole mag on him, but I wasn't sure if I had got the kill. I got him. Oh. And just like that, I got myself another SVD with more bullets. And a 22 as well, followed by a bunch of ammo, meds, and more supplies. Not a bad little haul. I think I'm gonna heal up over here. I took position in a bush and dropped a GG real quick. I then applied the splint to heal my character. I will put the splint around my ribcage. And I also chucked on his slick leather jacket. I then decided to move back to town in the hopes of getting more ammo and maybe finding one of these other players that was online. The game was suddenly quiet and players were nowhere to be seen. My bandit initiative kicked in. With such a low player count and the game being new, people were likely to trust me more. So I opened up sidechat and without any context simply asked, "Where are you?" To which I received a response from a player named LK Brian. This was good, he was right next to me. I moved in with my SVD and a quiet eyes on. Did he die or not? Despite multiple clean hits, he had survived because he responded with, "Oh, he's not even dead." I equipped my 22 and began to move in for the kill. He was at the back, scrambling around in a mad panic. I kept my eye on him for a little bit, then I decided to move in and finish the job. But then I caught sight of something in the corner of my eye. Whoa, get the gunner, get the gunner. Did I get him? I think I got him. Oh, what's that other guy behind me? I quickly went through his loot, but I didn't find much of value, so I just dropped most of it so he couldn't rearm. I had been wounded, but now we had a problem. I was already starving. I was losing HP rapidly, so I needed to find food. I spared LT Brian for the time being and moved out to find nutrients. I even passed out, and that's how I knew things were getting bad. Oh shit, that ain't good. I probably spent about 5 to 10 minutes looking. But guys, every good story must come to an end, and I never did find the food I needed to survive. So now that that's over, let me tell you my final thoughts on the state of Deadmatter. Now keep in mind that I'm someone that has played early access games for countless hours. I have a pretty high tolerance for bugs and issues, because even back when DayZ Standalone was first released, that game was a mess for a long time. Now the footage in the video was recorded just before early access dropped. While it definitely was not perfect, I was getting really good FPS in it, even with maxed out settings except for shadows and reflection quality. However, crashes were still super common. That was the real big issue for me, was crashes. So the gunplay in Deadmatter, it felt good. It was fast paced. The bullets worked. Although I don't trust long range shooting, it seemed unreliable, and I'm not sure if my bullets were actually hitting their target. I haven't had a chance to test it on an OCE server yet though. The gun customization also worked pretty well in my experience. Most attachments could be swapped around weapons pretty easily. And onto the desync. The desync issues were nowhere near as bad as I thought they would be. I thought they were going to be crazy. I thought it was just going to be rubber banding everywhere, but it really wasn't that bad at all. I was able to hit my shots on 3 moving targets on a US server, and I even had a friend join me to help with some cinematics, and we were running around next to each other, jumping around, recording, and it seemed fine for us. And again, that was on a US server. The main problem we had again was crashes. It was just crashes. It was just so common, just way too common. They need to fix that. It's out the gate. The bugs weren't, and don't get me wrong guys, there is bugs everywhere, but from my experience, the bugs weren't hindering my gameplay. I was still able to loot and shoot. I was able to find guns, I was able to find food, I was able to find clothing, attachments, I was able to eat fine, drink fine, heal fine, and shoot. The bugs weren't really hindering my gameplay experience. Anyway boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till the next one, Evil Side out.